we're gonna talk about. Okay. Um, so now we just learned about RFK's you know, chopping penises off of dead raccoons, and you might think like that smells really bad. Keep bear with me. This is a segue. Uh, you know what else smells really bad? All the people at Coachella. Was that good? I don't know. You tell me. Leave a note in the comment if you like that transition. Okay, just so this we're gonna talk about Justin Trudeau. Guys, I think Justin Trudeau might be having a little bit of a midlife crisis. He started dating Katy Perry, and all of a sudden he is, and I guess he's no longer the Prime Minister of Canada, or he was Canada, right? Trudeau. I always get him and Macron. Macron is definitely France. Okay, I always get him and Macron mixed up in my head. So, I think he was, yeah, Prime Minister of Canada or something. Um, and ever since he's been ousted, he's been going on a tear, as is evidenced by this picture of him and Katy Perry right here. Two people who have fallen off more than I think. If someone can name somebody who has fallen off more than these two, I would be impressed. These two, like when Katy Perry went from like the top of the world, like the biggest pop star in the world, potentially, to like doing a photo shoot for NASA and everybody getting mad at her. Like she fell off real hard. And Justin Trudeau, he went from being the prime minister of a big ass country to this, what you're seeing right here. So anyway, this is too long of an intro probably, but you know what? It's my stream and I do what I want. So let's go ahead and read this article. This is Justin Trudeau at Coachella. That's just wrong. At a certain age, things must change. By Emma Brox. Uh-oh. Is this going to be an ageist thing? Am I going to have to go report Emma Brox to the HR department for being ageist? Let's find out. If you have to consult the Reddit theme and the Reddit thread, am I too old for Coachella? Then the answer is probably yes. Well, maybe. Let's see. This morning over breakfast, in the course of discussing the week's news, I happened to say the word Coachella in front of my two scornful 11-year-olds, whose heads snapped up from their screens in unison. Have you heard of Coachella? Said one in amazement. Have you heard of Coachella? I replied. They exchanged a look with which I've become increasingly familiar, namely the here we go. The classic, the eye roll. Look, reserved by the very young for the very middle-aged. What is Coachella then? I said, to which they replied, it's where influencers go. Maybe I'm showing my age here, but I thought it was where music happened. Am I wrong? Is it no longer where music happens? Maybe I might be showing my age here. This is, of course, an accurate summary of what the California Music and Arts Festival has become in the 27 years since its inception, but that's not why I bring it up. The festival, which is running this week, has featured Jack White, FKA Twigs, sorry if I butchered these names. I know Jack White and I know Sabrina Carpenter. I know her. I don't know if I know FKA Twigs. I'm not the biggest music guy. I have very specific taste when it comes to music, and it's not generally pop music. But most of the publicity has gone on the audience, specifically on the attendance of Justin Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada, who, along with his girlfriend Katy Perry, was photographed dancing to Justin Bieber and squatting chairless on a curb, red plastic cups perched on their knees. Okay, I gotta look this up. I'm gonna pull it over real quick just to make sure. Oh yeah, that was just the photo that we saw earlier. So this is them. This is the picture. Okay. So it's that photo of Trudeau in college-age uniform, scruffy jeans, white t-shirt, and a baseball cap worn backwards, and what looks to me like a definite reach for a modern-day JFK Jr. vibe. Good luck with that, Trudeau. That invites us to consider the relationship of middle-aged people to music festivals and conclude that at some point, perhaps the dignified thing is to call it a day. One second. Let me pull up uh, okay. Let me open this image. I am getting this vibe a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I am getting this vibe. Like right here. right here. It is different. It is different. He's much older. Um, however, I mean, the vibes are the same though. Okay. The dignified thing, sometimes the dignified thing is to call it a day, is what Bella, whatever her name, Emma Brox. God, I'm so bad with names. Do you worry about staying hydrated? Do you co-host an investment podcast while giving serious thoughts to which Amex cards generate the most points? Avios over Platinum Forever. I do not do that. And I also do not co-host an investment podcast. I do host the amazing, wonderful YouTube channel that is technically Clay. And so I am technically an influencer as well. So maybe I can still go. But did you pay more than $2,000 for your ticket, then turn up in a climate controlled RV before putting on your festival wardrobe to go out looking for 20 somethings to brush past slightly too closely? Yuck. Then no, I did not do that. Then maybe, just maybe, you might think about leaving the scene to the enjoyment of young people. I think I could still make it through. I wouldn't do an RV or anything, but I think I could make it through Coachella probably. Um, is Coachella one of the ones that you have to camp out though? I don't know if I would really want to camp out. I might, if there's a hotel slash shuttle way to do it, then I think I could do it. But um, I did. What's the one in Chicago again? Lollapalooza. I did Lollapalooza, I think, last year, and that was pretty fun. I'm talking more about middle-aged men than women here, since it's a specific kind of man who turns up at Coachella to express his anxieties about middle age. In the case of Trudeau, who is 54, okay, attending a music festival obviously comes a distant second to dating Katy Perry as an expression of midlife crisis. I'm not so sure. I think attending a music festival and dressing like this is probably more of a sign of a midlife crisis than dating Katy Perry. Katy Perry is like washed, so I just see her as like a washed pop star that, like, yeah, dating, I think, would date anyone. It is kind of weird to be a former politician dating Katy Perry, but anyway, nonetheless, he is part of the general influx of tech, finance, and business bros who have plugged the annual music festival into their calendars, driving up ticket prices and injecting a certain narrow-eyed, lizardy energy into the scene. I agree with that. These people are, of course, perfectly entitled to enjoy popular music, but glancing at the photo of Trudeau and Perry, or in years past at Coachella, Danny DeVito, often pictured backstage, it's hard not to feel one's spirits sink. I mean, I just don't like rich people in general, like, to be honest. So when I don't really like seeing like uh especially tech oligarchs and tech bros and stuff out in public. Like, it would just make me annoyed and want to go punch them in the face. But I would probably try to restrain myself so I don't get tackled by, a 300-pound security guards. To be fair to Trudeau, it may be that some of this recoil has to do with the reputation of his 41-year-old girlfriend, widely considered to be out of touch and facing her own problems this week, having to deny an accusation of sexual assault by the actor Ruby Rose. I didn't even know about that. I just knew that she was, yeah, completely out of touch when she did that girl boss NASA photo shoot, which is like, what the fuck are you doing right now in this political climate? Okay. I wouldn't want to run into Katy Perry at my local co-op, let alone an event I'd paid hundreds of dollars to attend. I'm also aware of the argument furthered by veteran festival goers who return to Glastonbury every year and have been taking their kids since they were 4 years old. I tip my hat to these people and would be one of them if I didn't hate 10 cent million about. Clearly, people like this should carry on doing things that they love until they drop dead. Plus, it's likely that I shouldn't be expressing an opinion about any of us or any of this, given that while making the packed lunches this morning, I was happily listening to the soundtrack to The Phantom of the Opera. She's one of those people, theater kid. Yeah, I mean, I think that as long as you mind your own business and you're not being weird, you can go to these concerts at any age. In fact, when I go to, like, rock concerts and stuff, I love seeing older people there. Um, I think it's just when when you're creepy or when you're a billionaire, that's when it's a little bit like, and when you're a politician, a former politician, a president of a country, or prime minister, sorry, Canada, and you're going around looking like this and like pretending to be one of the youths, it's a little bit jarring, I think. Um, but yeah. Anyway, it's not those people I'm talking about. It's the ones who only started going to Coachella when they hit 50 and who fail to understand that if you have to consult the Reddit thread, am I too old for Coachella? Then the answer is probably yes. Consider the following. You'll get stuck in the Uber line trying to get out and need the loo for 4 hours. You'll be too hot. You'll have to sit on a curb, and a lot of it will go over your head. Okay. When I asked my 11-year-olds what it was about Coachella content this week they caught their eye. They said, and I had to write this down verbatim after getting them to repeat it several times. Carter Kinch dressed up as an actual Pinky, then got a shout out from Cat's Eye on stage. Then they both laughed like this was the funniest thing that had ever been said. No, me neither. In which case, we should probably stay out of it. I mean, I don't care about knowing. I don't think you need to know what the youth are into to partake in, festivals like this. I think it's really about I think it's there's two things happening here. Number one, he's a former president, like a former politician. That's like already you're kind of in the status of the elites, right? Same with Katy Perry. She's like a former pop star. I mean, I guess technically current pop star, but she's a former pop star, and so she is in the realm of the elites. She probably like, if they get their own private like tent or whatever, they just go out and do their thing and don't make a scene, I guess, whatever, right? Like rich people are going to be rich people. I would still be annoyed to see them there. But the other thing is when you are 50 years old and you are, I think really the problem is that he's dressing like this. And the backwards cap in particular. If he just didn't have the backwards cap in this photo, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. If he was wearing a forwards cap, if he just turned that cap 180 degrees, I think it would make a huge difference in people accepting him as just a normal person to be attending a music festival. So, okay, that was a pretty funny one. I think I had a lot of fun with that one.